Have we seen the last of the UFC's stand and bang heavyweights? Dwayne and I are going to try to answer that question, but before we do that, make sure you subscribe as we've got brand new videos coming out every single week. Whilst there is absolutely no denying how fun it is to see massive heavyweights swinging at each other and hopefully landing, do you think that with the breakthrough of people like Tom Aspinall and just more skilled fighters in general, that there's no room for the old school sluggers in the UFC anymore?
I wouldn't say there's no room, because with the heavyweight division, we've said it a million times, it's always so dangerous. As good as Tom Aspinall is, and I don't see anyone beating him anytime soon. You know, you could stick him up against Derek Lewis next week, and Derek could catch him and flatline him so easily. And that's what I love about the heavyweight division. It's this ability to be so wild and so unpredictable. But I do agree. I think with the heavyweight division, you now are going to have to be a well-rounded fighter, not just round. You know, you've got to have more than that now.
I like that. How funny is that? But it's funny that you actually say Derek Lewis there, because guys like Tai Tuivasa and Derek Lewis, obviously these have fought, but as soon as they step up in competition, in fact, they're perfect examples. Both Tai and Derek Lewis, as soon as they step up, the chances of them winning seems to shrink massively. We've said before, it's good fun to watch people stand and bang, but it's usually, you know, unranked fighters on the early prelims of a fight night. But for a specific example, Tai Tuivasa against Cyril Gane, you know, Derek Lewis, he went on a bit of a losing skid for a while there, didn't he? You know, and he's only just clawed it back against De Castro, was he called? Can't even remember.
Oh, yeah. Flying knee.
I'm sorry, yeah. But on the contrast to that, that's what makes these kind of fights fun, right? I remember Tai versus Cyril. We joked about this and we said, you know, he's a better striker, more cardio, more well-rounded, better grappler. But that being said, Tai by second round knockout.
And it's exactly that, isn't it? And Tai nearly got him out there. When Tai dropped Cyril Gane, I lost my mind. I thought it was going to be over. Could you imagine if we'd have got Tai versus John Jones? That'd have been insane. I'd have loved to have seen that. I mean, it wouldn't have gone well for Tai, obviously, but it would have been fun.
I think imagine if Tai would have beat John Jones. I think beer caps in Australia would be used as currency. That would have been absolutely crazy. But in the sense of, we've come off to UFC 295, Dwayne, right? Mm-hmm. Our boy, Tom Aspinall, it's no secret that we're 100% behind him, have been since his debut. With him knocking out Sergey Pavlovich in just over a minute, if you can believe that, do you think that this helps to establish that the top of this division is sort of gate-kept by these well-rounded murderers? We've just spoke about this. Do you think that is the case?
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, look at, say, Almeida and Derek Lewis. You know, Derek Lewis, he's this big top heavyweight guy, a huge name, and he just got ragged around by Almeida for 5 rounds. And it's just, it really does feel like the days of these big heavyweight fighters without much. I don't want to say they're not skilled, because of course they are. You know, they're all obviously very good. You know, they all know how to wrestle a bit. They all know how to strike. They're all good. But, you know, that high level skill, a lot of them unfortunately don't have that. And if someone as small physically as Almeida's giving you this many problems, I just don't see how these guys are going to do well against people like Aspinall and Pavlovich. I mean, because Aspinall has got it all. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's super handsome. I mean, he's got great technique. he's just fantastic everywhere. I cannot see any of these guys stepping up and being able to take him off.
Well, speaking of which, I think I already know the answer to this one, Dwayne, but is there a fighter that comes to your mind, if any, of these new breeds of heavyweights, or any heavyweight in general, that comes to your mind that you think has a real chance of dethroning John Jones?
I just wonder, is there anyone I can... Yes, Tom Aspinall will destroy John Jones.
With the fluffy hair and the little beard, the interim champion of the world that can come out and knock John Jones out in 60 seconds flat.
What, Mark Reed? I thought that's right. You little fluffy hair, you little beard.
I think the ring walk would absolutely knacker me, Dwayne.
Yeah, just knackered. Yeah, I think Aspinall's the guy to beat John Jones, right? Surely, like I was just saying before, he's so big, strong, technical. But I think the only person who can beat Tom is Tom. I think main eventing against John Jones is going to be a lot of pressure. That is so much to undertake. And I just wonder, is he going to be able to handle that pressure? Because John Jones doesn't panic. He has got more experience than Tom and most of the heavyweights put together. He's been through wars, he's been in trouble, and he doesn't panic. And I just wonder, will Tom do the same? If John Jones clips Tom, gets him in a tricky position, is Tom going to panic? I hope not, but, there's that risk there, isn't there?
I wholeheartedly agree. I think the only thing that could really hinder Tom from beating John Jones, this seems, I'll just clarify beforehand, this seems to be a very low-hanging fruit, easy comment for people to make. Everyone always compares, is he going to be able to beat the champion? I genuinely believe that Tom Aspinall can beat John Jones. But exactly like you were saying, I think the bright lights, it could be the only factor that could prevent him from doing it. You look at Tom's resume. Why couldn't he beat John Jones? Yeah. Why couldn't he? Have we ever seen him taken down? No. Do you know what his defense is like? No. Like, we've seen him stand up, we've seen him grapple, everything. And we've seen the last, 3-4 performances of John Jones's career. Why couldn't Tom do it?
100%. He really, really could. I think he is the man to beat John Jones. But that's if we even get the fight. It really feels as though this heavyweight division finally has a chance to be exciting with these high-level technical fighters right at the very top. And we're not gonna get to see that for a year. This division is going to be held up now for at least 1 year because of John Jones's injury. And it's a real shame. I want Tom to come out, fight Stipe, and fight John Jones. That's what I want. But I just don't think it's going to happen.
I can agree with that. I think that, funnily enough, how we started this video, I think that the John Jones versus Stipe is the Colby Covington versus Leon Edwards, but of the heavyweight division, obviously. We want to move forward. We're over it. We want to see other fights. But sadly, this one fight, this mandatory fight, needs to happen. And I think no matter when that happens, that, either both or one of Stipe or John is going to retire. But for now, I do believe that that's all we've got time for. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And if you'd like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help us out.